Chapter 8. I know I'm being dishonest, but it's not like I'm Scott or Zeke or Johnny Parker, already performing like the perfect rock star he thinks he is. I can't stop carrying on command. I can't snap my finger and magically make my parents rich. I'm working hard to accomplish and earn something, and if I have to lie to my dad a little along the way, that's forgivable, right? I think the hard part's pretty over. I've gotten a lawnmower. Now I just have to find some customers. Lawns are as big in Eastmont. Property lines are pretty narrow, this close to Chicago. Even so, 3 or 4 customers who are willing to pay me about $10 to mow their lawns shouldn't be too hard to find. I set out on Saturday, mid-morning, my planned day and time for mowing lawns. I need to know if it's going to work before I fully commit. So I leave the lawnmower at home, dedicating today to only finding customers. The first 5 people whose doorbells I ring all say they need to save some money in such a bad economy. 4 of them say it's nicely, but the 5th looked at me like I had potatoes falling out of my nose and says, $10 to mow the lawn? How about you pay me not to catapult you off my front porch? All I think about is the response. You could have just said no. I decided to venture out a few blocks farther from home, and I start to get lucky. I find one house that will pay me $4 and another that will pay me $6. It's not great, but it's a start. That leaves me with $20 to find. An old lady who lives next to a park says she'll pay me $3, and even then, that seems way too low. I agree anyways because she looked like she might have 80 and hasn't mowed her lawn in 20 years. I feel a little guilty I'm not doing it for free. I start to worry it'll take way too many people to raise the money I need. But then I find a guy in a 4-story house who offered me $12 to mow his lawn. I thank him over and over again, jumping out of my skin with excitement. I nab another customer, and I land squarely at $31. Bingo, I made my go. Wait, there's another problem, gas. I need to replace any gas I use so my dad won't figure out what I've been doing. Gas is expensive, so I need one more customer to cover it. The only problem is I blanketed the whole neighborhood. If I go any farther from home, I'll run out of time to finish all my mowing before my dad gets home. I decide to scoop out houses I missed on my way back home. I figure there has to be someone who doesn't feel like pushing around a lawnmower every week. It turns out I'm right, and the customer I find is the strangest one yet. I'm walking past Pete Taylor's house when I hear a raspy voice. You come around here a lot? It's a hoarse voice. It sounds like its owner has swallowed his sandpaper. I turn around and see an old woman standing on her porch. Her hair is perfect sphere of curls. I guess I do. What do you want with Pete Taylor? Nothing, she laughs. You've been down this road 5 times today. You stare at this house like it's a chocolate cake every day. Every time you walk home from school, you better not be trampling my grass for nothing. All you kids go in and out the house. Wouldn't it be so bad if you stay off my lawn? Had I really walked past her house 5 times? I didn't think I'd been down this way even once today. I'm trying to make money, I say. Money for what, she says. Does it matter? It does if you're going to spend it on cigarettes. I nearly busted out laughing. I expected her to smile, but her face is stern as a rock. It's for drum lessons. Oh, says Pete. So Pete agreed to take another student. My head slumps. Not really. Have you asked him yet? Why do you ask him? I already did over the phone, disguised as my mom, and he brushes me off like a dust bunny on his shirt. Why would he give me a drum lesson to some random kid who showed up at his door? Why give him to some kid who doesn't show up at all? She says. Listen, honey. If you don't have the backbone to knock on someone's door and ask them an honest question, you're better off studying with someone else. Pete would eat a shy little girl alive like you anyway. I'm not shy, I say, but I'm staring at the ground when I say it too. So I bring my gaze back to her and say again, I'm not shy at all, it's just, you're afraid, yeah, I get it. Have fun never trying anything new. It's not that he's looked overbooked already. He's already told me that he's not taking any new students. She laughs. He always says that. What does that mean? It means exactly what I said. Just this week, he took another student from the high school. He's always overbooked, but I've known him for 10 years. Ever since he moved into the old house, I've never seen him turn away any new pupil. The woman's lips curled into a smile. So as long as the pupil proves that you're dedicated, that just confused me even more. Why would Pete have told me he was overbooked if he was taking on new students? It doesn't seem fair. I called him about his lessons before this kid from high school. Why did he say no? And what does this woman mean about proving that I'm dedicated? The woman turns for a second, ready to head back to her house, and she glances back and says, "How much do you still need?" "How much what?" I asked. "Money. How much more do you need to raise?" "Enough for gas for the mower. Then you can take my mower. Then you can mow my lawn once a week, $10 each time." My heart leaps. This woman must be joking. She must be part of an elaborate prank. There's no way she just offered me $10 to mow a lawn that looks like it's already been cut 10 minutes ago. "You mean it?" I asked. "No, I was talking to the squirrels," she says, annoyed. "Of course I mean it. Besides, you're going to need someone to buy gas. That stuff is dangerous. They're not going to sell it to a hoodlum like you." I want to argue that I'm not a hoodlum, but hoodlum or not, most places won't like selling gasoline to 12-year-olds. I'm probably going to need her to help. "Thank you, but I couldn't get in trouble. But couldn't you get in trouble for this?" "I'm 83, honey. I'm not afraid of trouble. But this arrangement comes with an agreement from you." She points a single finger towards Pete Taylor's front door. "He's between lessons. You have a little less than 20 minutes. Grow a backbone, walk in there, and demand that he give you a drum lesson."